What's up and welcome back to another video. In today's video we will be doing a short review on the Xbox Elite controller. We're just going to run over what's included with the controller, the packaging, the additional support of analog sticks and different configuration depending on the type of triggers you may want to use, and the D-pad that's included with this. So there's two different variants of the D-pad. Without any further ado, let's get to the packaging itself. So the Xbox Elite controller comes in a nice pouch, such as the one we're seeing here. And you can open this up and take a look inside the pouch itself. And what we can see here is the controller itself. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the controller, put it aside for the time being. And what else do we see here within the pouch itself is these analog sticks. So we have two different types of analog sticks here, which do not have rubber grip on them, I suppose. They're just a plastic grip. I don't know if the camera lens can pick it up, but it's just the standard, sort of the Xbox 360 type of analog sticks. If you prefer to use one of these ones, you do have that option available here. Now the other one is for the other side, so I'm just going to put those aside for the time being. And we also have a different type of D-pad. So this is the one that goes in multiple different directions rather than just top, bottom, left, and right. I'm going to put that aside, so that's entirely up to you depending on your configuration. We do have two further analog sticks, which are more kind of styled towards the Xbox One controller, I would say. So these are more the Xbox One type of analog sticks. So if you do prefer to use this set of configuration, then you can also benefit from that. So go ahead and set those aside as well. And lastly, I wanted to run over the two different types of the additional type of analog sticks that come with this controller. These are now Xbox Elite analog sticks, so they are different from the other two variants that we have. And the thing with these two is that they have a little bit more rubber sort of coating around it, so there's a lot more grip when you're using these analog sticks here. And so those are the three different type of analog sticks that you can actually get with the Elite controller. Apart from that, you do also get the standard D-pad here. So if you just want to use the normal one for the up, down, left, and right, you can do that. And you do also have the option for the multi. And here we also have 4 additional triggers that you can attach to the controller. I'll run over that in a second, and I'll explain exactly what you would need to use those for. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the accessories aside and get back to the controller itself. Here is the controller, as you can see. So this is just the standard Xbox Elite controller, not the not the customized one with the different type of colors or anything as that. But what we see here is a similar interface to the Xbox One controller. So it has the analog sticks in the same position. You do have the normal kind of D-pad here and the 4 buttons right here and the 2 buttons here. However, we do have a different button in the middle here. So this is the kind of switch. It will switch in between your custom configuration and your standard configuration on the controller. That's just defaulted by Microsoft themselves. So if you do have a custom one, you could save it into 2, and then you can switch to that depending on the type of game you want to play. At the bottom of the controller, it's also quite identical to Xbox One. However, it is a little bit different due to these switches here. So it has 2 switches here that you can switch between configuration 1 and configuration 2, but obviously you will need to customize them through the Xbox Elite app, either on Xbox if you're using this on Xbox, or you can download additional on Windows 10 on the Microsoft app. And you do also have those 4 triggers that I previously showed right here. So you can actually add them in here into P1, P2, and P3 and P4 depending on your configuration, depending on the type of game that you will be playing. So for example, in Gears of War 4, you could have these set to wall bouncing. So when you get those irritating players who are just always wall bouncing really precisely, they normally probably benefit using this controller here with the triggers at the bottom. But it's not just for Gears of War 4, you can have this on any other game that you might want to use. Apart from this, the rest is exactly the same as Xbox One controller. The only difference here is the color on the pairing thing here. So you'll use this to pair it, similar to the Xbox One controller as well. So that's it for the review side of things, and the unboxing, the short unboxing review that I just carried for this controller. One last thing I wanted to point out was that if you do have a battery pack which comes with your Xbox One controller, and you do want to use that in the Xbox Elite, unfortunately that won't actually work, because as you can see here, the Xbox One controller has 3 hinges, whereas this only has 2 hinges, so one here and one there. So if you do try to put this in, it won't actually go in, and you might end up breaking the hinges here, so you can't actually benefit from that. But there is a little hack that I've actually found, and that is if you try to insert the battery from the front first, and you just slide it in, it does go in, and it will actually power on. However, it's not fitted in perfectly, so chances are it might drop out from vibration or things as that. But it will work. I mean, it will definitely work if you don't have the trigger attachments here. If you do have 2 trigger attachments here, then obviously it won't work, because that'll be pushing it out. But it does actually work, and you can actually power it on. So yeah, I mean that's a little hack that I've actually found. So some of you might want to just use that, and you can't actually be bothered to buy an actual battery pack specific to this controller. Then you can use the Xbox One battery pack here. Apart from that, this is it for the controller itself. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below, and also keep an eye on the channel. There are quite a lot of other Xbox controller related videos, so if you do have any other controllers with other issues or something you might want to look into, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out the other content. Until next time, peace out.